drop later. We still here to talk about Lucy Olsen. What's up, guys? Guess what? Lucy Olsen, breaking news. Well, let's not say breaking news, but very recent news. Um, Probably just a few hours ago. Lucy Olsen is gonna be an Iowa Hawkeye. Who is Lucy Olsen? Lucy Olsen is a 5'9" guard. To me, she can be a combo guard, play both positions, first team All East Big East selection. I said that wrong. First team All Big East selection. Um, Now I'll say this: Lucy Olsen is not Caitlin Clark, but who is? She can shoot the rock. Nobody can shoot it quite like Caitlin, but she will definitely fill a role on this team and some. She was the number 3 scorer in the country last season. Um, I'm hyped for this, but I didn't already got hyper, so now I'm pretty calm. But when the new, I don't even get to break the news on my by myself anymore. Somebody sent me a message like a DM, and it was like, "Here you go," and I'm like, "Damn," because I wanted to like find out on my own. I never do anymore, but I'm happy. I'm I wouldn't say I'm thrilled because I want to see if we also gonna get this other um transfer player from Kentucky. Her name is Madison Sher. But I will say that this is a big move in the right direction. Everybody was writing us off, and you can't do that. I'm glad to see that Iowa is using the portal to their advantage, getting these players in here and instilling in each other and outsiders and fans that hey, we're still gonna put forth a winning product if we can. We still are gonna stay competitive if we can. So for me, guys, this is a step in the right direction. Um, this is definitely chapstick. You didn't write us off. Well, I'm definitely not pertaining to like one person specifically, but I have seen people saying, crazy things, and we're allowed to talk. Everybody's allowed to have a opinion in today's social media age, but it's up to the program, the coaching staff, the AD, and everybody to make sure they keep this team ultra competitive. I mean, looking back, Caitlin Clark did amazing things here, but she's elevated this program to levels unknown, and it's on the program. It's on the program. Um, I'm just scrolling. I'm trying to find something specifically as it pertains to Lucy Olsen. Bree Wayne, you said awesome pick. Hey, Bree Wayne, the first thing I did was say, y'all, I made a post. I was like, y'all think we just going to die, huh? Nah, we ain't ready to die. I felt like this would be a huge season because they could either roll with all of these underutilized players that haven't played that much and roll with 4 new recruits. And obviously, you're going to roll with Hannah Stokey and Sydney and Fulter. But I was like, if y'all just going to put this team out there that doesn't have that much experience except for like 2 or 3 players, it would definitely be a down year. So playing to the portal makes major sense. I think we actually got 5 incoming recruits because of Callie Levine. But you don't want to. I'm not going to sit here and say you can't win by playing a young team because we saw Iowa State get into the tournament with a young team, but they had a different variety, mix. Artie Crooks, Maddie Brown. I didn't watch them too much, but I know that their freshman players were of the variety range. I mean, we got a lot of guards in one bid coming in. And I just think that it would be better for us to go into the portal, especially seeing as though last season, right? We didn't even bother. We didn't even bother to go try out the portal. So yeah, Lucy Olsen is huge. You guys could see right here, she's coming off a big junior season. I just wish she wasn't a junior. I wish she was like a sophomore. We could say like, we got 2 years with her. Because Addison Deal, the real deal, is coming in 2025. Olsen is okay. I read that. She is third in scoring, 23 points. She almost had 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. I mean, obviously, really, really great numbers. Caitlin make her numbers make these numbers seem normal, which I actually want to point out something quickly about Caitlin. So I'm gonna try to find that. But I will say this, guys. This again is a huge step in the right direction for us. You need somebody that can handle the rock, that can make entry passes for Hannah Stokey. I would like to see Hannah Stokey get a jump shot um, down pat. Would like to see her improve on her free throws. Like seriously, she gotta improve on those, and she needs somebody to set her up. And I don't know how great of a passer Lucy Olsen is, but 4 assists is that's pretty good. I mean, it's not amazing, but it shows that she's willing to get others involved, and that's what we need. We need somebody to come up, ball distribute, be able to penetrate and kick, do all those good things. When they running on a break, get the ball out into to the post players. Again, obviously, I don't know how much of the needle this moves, but it's truly a step in the right direction. Because first things first, you want to put a competitive team out on the court. Because you never know if you let the sky fall out. Can't talk. If you let the sky fall out, who knows when you'll be able to catch that momentum again? And we got some true momentum around this place, seeing as what we were able to do 2 years back to back. And like I said in the video that's gonna come out, without saying too much about this signing of Lucy, I do wish that we was able to get like a Lucy Olsen in here when we had Caitlin Clark. Take some of the pressure off. You guys are gonna see just how much pressure is gonna come off of Caitlin Clark when she gets to the Fever. Obviously, there's still gonna be pressure, but in terms of playing with the talent that she's gonna be playing with, she's gonna flow that much freer on the court. And obviously there are gonna be matchup situations where players are gonna try to take her. I won't say break her down, but they're going to try to get the best of her. But if she plays the game the right way, she's gonna have a S ton of assists for the Fever. Um, what am I looking for here, guys? I'm trying to see because I was like, am I gonna go live and talk about this or just put out a video? But excuse me, I said I was like, I want to go ahead and do both. Um, Also put that regular season grades video out for the players. Finally was able to do that about an hour ago. But this is what I wanted to show you guys. I finally found it. Thanks for hitting that like button. Y'all keep hitting that like button if y'all come in here. This is what I want. I could have made this a video unto itself, but let's talk about it. Look at this. This is gonna have to come down, and I think it's gonna come down. Look at that first nine. Y'all see season totals? Y'all see Caitlin Clark? Because I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I haven't been the most critical of Caitlin Clark. Obviously, being a huge fan, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I might have wear blinders. Sometimes I might have been a little biased. But towards the end of the season, I found myself grading her more closer than ever. And I do notice, before I get to what I'm about to point out to you guys, I do notice that she argues excessively much. And although I knew this, I didn't really focus on that until the championship game. Um, if because my one of my biggest pet peeves is while you arguing with the refs, other players are gonna be blowing by you in the end. No, you don't have time. Argue, or Caitlin, argue when there's a dead whistle. You don't have time to argue with the referees all of the time. You just don't. You could get burned on defense, which is something she obviously needs to improve at drastically. But the arguing excessively, it's not even arguing, it's the excessiveness. And so I just wanted to point that out because, I finally witnessed that because I noticed towards the end, South Carolina had the game in their hands. And it's just like Caitlin was flailing, looking for calls. And, it just stuck out to me ever so much then. But what I want to show you guys is okay, Caitlin Clark, 403 field goals made, 886, right? That's really nice. Obviously, I think she could have shot about 40 more. But look at these 3-point attempts. Look at the 3-point attempts. I mean, not terribly bad, right? But 532 3-point attempts. Like, how is that? Here's what I'm getting at. Is that necessary to shoot that many 3-pointers? Even though we know you're an amazing 3-point shooter, that number is going to drop drastically. Because unless she's making them at a higher clip, I just don't know if she's going to be putting up 500 plus 3-pointers in the WNBA. And then, I mean, she's taking more 3-pointers than twos, which leads me to say, um, again, this is probably one of the videos, a live stream in which you see me be critical of Caitlin Clark, which is something I do on an everyday basis. But I must point out some things. 886 field goal attempts. You shot more threes than twos. She needs to get a mid-range game. And I'm not going to tell you guys that she doesn't have one, but she definitely needs to go to work on that. I don't. There's times when she's just jacking up threes. Again, that was something I just specifically wanted to point out because her layups she make them at a pretty high efficiency. She's just simply in love with the 3-point shot. Um, and she just needs to save some of that energy for defense. And this leads me to talk about the conference. Um, she says all the right things. I will say that. Caitlin Clark, at her press conference today, she says the right things that the media want to hear. She doesn't really take chances or sling curveballs at the podium. But she did have a little quip about um, she's going to have to do more on the defensive side of the ball. And it seemed like she said either she will or she'll just play better offensively. And I just felt like, Christy Sides was like, a little spicy remarks like, yeah, like, yeah, sure. But if you really think about it, she's going to have to give maximum effort defensively. It doesn't have to happen right away because she's dealing with professionals that can probably like cover for her. But does she have can anybody on the Fever defend as like great as like Gabby Marshall? Because I love Gabby Marshall's defense. I'm gonna have to watch Indiana Fever game footage because I know about Aaliyah Boston, Melissa Smith, but I don't know if they have defenders that can truly help and cover for Caitlin Clark for her defensive deficiencies. Meanwhile, again, she's gonna have a lot of time to work on defense because see, she's not where is it? She's not going to be averaging 31.6 points a game. It's just not going to happen. And she knows that. Now, the 8.9 assists that Caitlin Clark is averaging, there's a good possibility that she could probably go to 10. Um, I'm 99% sure she's going to be a starter. So the more she sets people up, I think it's going to just make her overall game that much better. She's already an underrated rebounder. Um, she just has to play her all around game, and it sounds like she will. It sounds like she's happy to be there. I'm rooting for her, even though this might sound like I'm being a little against Caitlin in this video, but I'm not. I'm just rooting for her and pointing out some of her deficiencies and letting it be known that she's obviously not a perfect player. But if she can get her defensive side of the game um, locked in and focused on, there'll be nothing that anybody else can say. And right now, that's where a lot of people like to go is talk about her defense. And I get it. I understand it. I don't push back people against her defense. I push back when people expect her to be this perfect role model when she didn't request this, she didn't ask for this. The media, everybody that watches loves her game, how saucy it is, the way she splashes threes, but she didn't request to be, say, the queen of the game. Like LeBron is the king. Caitlyn didn't request the crown. She's just out there balling. She's just out there hooping. And yeah, I'm happy to see what the Fever will look like. I'm happy to see that she's with Aaliyah Boston. She said nothing but good things about Aaliyah Boston. She had nothing but good things to say earlier today. She called Iowa a bigger version of Des Moines, and I could see that. I kind of felt like she would say that. She would feel that. Um, Shout out to Sean, who he asked the question. Sean Schultz, um, from WNBA Swish, he asked some good questions for Caitlin Clark. I thought all the media asked some good questions today. I'm just looking forward to seeing her play, but I hope that she gets some rest because if not, it's going to be a long season. I mean, you guys know that watch women's college basketball and the WNBA. You guys know that when you in the college season, you going straight to the draft a week later. What is it about 2 weeks from there? You going in a training camp. You got the season coming. I mean, this is all under the radar of what 26, 27 days or less. I mean, it's nonstop, guys. It just keeps coming and coming, and she probably won't get any real rest. You know, who knows? I mean, she's gonna be playing in the Olympics too, possibly. Huh, man. I mean, I know her endurance is great. I know Caitlin's endurance is great, but um, I just hope she's able to get through it, stamina wise and health wise, and no injuries happen. If you guys saw the press conference, what were your thoughts about the press conference? Again, she definitely answers. Most of the rookies have great, PR. Um, Attitudes and representation, the way they talk, they enunciate properly. They never say the wrong thing in front of the cameras. They really don't. But again, I definitely think that. Oh, this is another thing. Since I got the screen up, we might as well talk about it since I'm looking at it. So, guys, see this? Look right there. Turnovers. Who got the most turnovers? 4.7. Who do you think that belonged to? Caitlin Clark. Um, some of that can be attributed to carelessness with the rock. Again, um, not a perfect player. Not expecting her to be. I've never been one that knocked her. She needed the ball in her hands pretty much all of the time because she was one of our if not our only, you know, superior premium ball handler on this team. But that number's gonna drop because I can't see Caitlin holding the ball that much. She's gonna definitely have to get better at off ball. Four turnovers should drop. Hopefully, she isn't playing with the basketball as much. I do think it's going to be more of a demand for her. I love Coach Lisa Bluter for my Hawkeyes, but I don't Caitlin Clark to just jack threes. And I don't think she's going to allow for Caitlin Clark to just, play magician with the rock. Now, that said, Caitlin Clark will be allowed, you know, a lot of rope. But if she's bricking, turnover machine, I don't think the size will be afraid to sit her down. I don't think that she would be afraid to take her off ball. This team is loaded with talent. I mean, I like what they have. I like Lexi Hall. Again, I'm not going to tell you guys I know everything about the Fever and have debated creating a Fever channel so that this channel could mainly stay Hawkeyes and Aces. And then Caitlyn will probably disappear from the name again. And we would just talk Caitlyn and Fever on another channel. But without me making sure I don't put too much on myself, I've just considered to just put everything in together. But again, Caitlyn, she's got great teammates, and it's going to be upon her to make sure she leans on them because I think the objective is can we get to the playoffs? And that's what you want to do. You want to get back to the playoffs. The objective isn't to say, how can I thrill these crowds? If you want to thrill the crowds, but do it in the context of the team game. Getting Aaliyah Boston touches, getting Alyssa Smith touches, letting Kelsey Mitchell go to work, involving others like Grace Berger and Lexi Hall. This team has a lot of talent on it. What's going on, Dwayne? What's going on, Red Tiger? How I'm new. Yeah, that's a lot of how I'm news. But I mean, Daniel Bear said, yo, I think that was a while ago. But yeah, guys, Caitlin Clark, amazing talent. I've seen so many people nitpick at her. I've seen so many people nitpick at Kate Martin. And yeah, you want to piss me off, talk negative about Kate Martin. Kate Martin wouldn't hurt a fly. She's truly, truly a consummate professional. She plays the game the right way. She's all about her teammates, truly level headed. And I'm just so happy that Kate Martin got picked. Did I talk about it? I'm sure I did. I'm ecstatic Kate Martin got picked. I don't know if she can make that loaded at Las Vegas Aces roster. That roster is so loaded. But I'm gonna tell you guys like this: Kate Martin, she's a fighter, and I'm always gonna go to bat for Kate. And it's the same thing with Caitlin. I mean, we rock for our teams, we rock for our players. And I saw a comment that somebody said. They said that the Sky and Angel Reese are gonna win the championship before Caitlyn. And I'm like, is that necessary? Like, is that at this point in time? Like, say what you want. It's your mouth. It's your opinions. But is that even necessary right now? Like, people trying to get stuff started again, and it just don't make no sense to me. But then again, I shouldn't read every comment, every post I come across. Um, what else I want to get into before I close this live out? I do want to say this. I might bounce back to a different subject, but I want to thank all y'all for subscribing. 500 subscribers. We recently went over 500. Um, quite the feat. Quite the feat. Um, some of the people that I've started with or started around with, they also approaching 500. So, thank you guys for subscribing to them as well. That would be the J Spot Network. Um, I'm just super happy, just to have you guys watching the content, watching the videos, watching the live streams. I love women's hoops, and I ain't gonna tell you guys the goal wasn't 500, but I never really thought that I'd get 100 subscribers. So I mean, I'm ahead of the game, and I'm super thankful, grateful, and just happy, man. Because I mean, who knew? Little old RC putting out content talking women's hoops, which leads me to this. I'm not saying I'm gonna do it, but I've debated it. Cause see, I've talked earlier on about my Timberwolves and my Pacers, and while some people were watching videos, a lot of people were like, huh? Because like I was trying to mix women's basketball and the NBA, but it is the playoffs. I did start this channel around the playoffs time. But it's just a thought, It's just a thought, I might do a little T Wolves Pacers content, but I wouldn't get crazy with it, but I do a little bit, here or there. It just depends. I mean, because right now, obviously, we still gonna continue to talk the Hawkeyes. We got a long off season. We got the Aces coming up. I definitely got some Aces content coming. Again, the fever is the questionable thing because I'm really kind of on the fence. Do I want to start a fever channel or do I want to just keep it Aces, Hawkeyes, and Bruins? So and then obviously Caitlin. I mean it's only so much I want to put on my plate. But I'll tell you guys this: you are appreciated, all of you guys. Really appreciate y'all for real, for real, for real. Don't let nobody tell you different either. That's what's up. So let's see. Before I get up out of here, I'm curious to see if I can. So I got about another 10 minutes to talk to you guys, and then I'm gonna get up out of here. Um, let's see. I want to find out if I can, some which kind of way, pull up a portion of the press conference. Again, guys, we have been talking so far for 26 minutes. Um, the past 25 minutes are definitely something you want to watch and listen to. If you haven't been here, if you're just coming in now, make sure you catch this video playback. If that's your kind of thing to do, watch videos after they, you know, post. But right now, I'm trying to look up a quick clip of something from earlier today. So bear with me just a bit. Um, it's probably the last thing we're gonna cover today. But again, the breaking news that I came to talk to you guys about was Lucy Olsen. We did that. I wanted to talk a little bit about Caitlin Clark. We did that. We're gonna do that again here briefly shortly. And I want to thank you guys for getting your boy 500 plus subs. Let me see. Can I pull this up? Let's see. Come on, man. What the hell? I'm hitting the wrong button. I saw the video I wanted. Okay. It says unmute. Let's see if I can pull this up.
With Domino's rewards,
Oh, shut up. Domino's. Domino's is not good at all. Who cares about Domino's? Okay. Let's see. I want to try. I want to see if I could. Before I let you guys see this, I'm trying to speed the pitch up a little bit. Okay, here we go. Now I got what I wanted you guys to see. I don't know if I'm gonna get to the specific part of what I want to guys to see, but okay, let's see here. Obviously, you guys see Caitlin.
Yeah, it's definitely hard. I think at times, like, it doesn't feel real. It's like the biggest thing. I feel like I'm kind of stuck in a dream at times, but I don't know. I think the biggest thing, like, I try to remember is, like, how grateful I am to have this opportunity. And, there's so many people that would kill to be in my shoes when things seem like they're long and they're tired and I have to do this and I have to do that. I just try to remind myself of how grateful I am and, like, I get these opportunities. I'm lucky to have these moments and, it can all be taken away from you in a second. So just enjoy every single second of it, give it my best, and I think that'll work pretty well for me.
That's why I say, guys, it's important for us to just try to enjoy Caitlin Clark while she's here. And I think I'm probably gonna end this and turn it into another video, like straight up. But because there's a lot I could say. But I want to say this as I close out. Y'all make sure y'all hit the thumbs up as well. But appreciate Caitlin Clark as an Iowa fan. I I want to say I appreciated her, and I'm sure that I did. And I thought everything she did was great and magnificent. But it came fast. Season came and ended so quickly. And I guess that's what she's kind of getting at, you know. Just embrace the moment, enjoy the moment, For her, you know, people would do anything to be in her shoes. For real, for real. So, hey, y'all, we got Lucy Olsen. We talked a little bit about Caitlin Clark's press conference. Again, thank you guys. All 500 plus for the subs. If you love women's basketball, I love you. All right? Y'all remember that. All right, well, Hawkeyes, Faithful, Club, Caitlin. I got nothing but love. Yo, Aces fans, got nothing but love. Bruins fans, nothing but love. RC is out.